Hello, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Steam and Steel, episode 18. So, we're going to jump in here. I'm going to run a few more loads of logs. I'm going to wait for a few guys to pop online. And together, we're going to work on a few things. So, this is actually the high cactus camp. So we've got the one in the valley, and we've got the one up by the coal mine. This is the one by the coal mine. Coal mine's just over that hill. But we actually have a turnaround here now. So just switch back there. This comes around. Yeah. That's a little bit of 3% there, if I remember correctly. And we're just going to pull up. Break. It should be good. Oh, sorry, wrong button. Yeah, it's good. So we ran a few for a little while. I ended up with about 9 grand, including all this. This will bring me up to 9. There's actually a switch here, which I like how he did this. I didn't build this track. I had Mandelbrot guy, and I'm sorry if I butchered the pronunciation on that. But he's the one who actually built this turnaround and that up there. Put the switch right here, which is actually kind of cool. Not quite sure what we'll use that switch for. Possibly if somebody's loading, somebody can pull in here and wait, but I'm not sure. But yeah, it's useful. We got. I actually want to get all these lights set here. Oh, I was doing that one. And these guys here. Oh, I want forward. There we go. All the lights on this guy are set. Awesome. I also got this turnaround finally put together. Nothing down here changed. And nothing up here changed. So yeah, it's just those few things that got built and changed. We were running with the brake wagon just because there were 2 of us. One loading, one driving. It's just easier. Now I hope I have my switches set. I don't. This one needs to get switched. There we go. Also bought one more flat bulkhead. So I can almost run a full camp's worth of cordwood now. So we're just going to wait for these guys to get online here. Running low on coal. There we go. Let's see what we're doing. So we're good to come into the lumber mill, and am I good to take up a load of beams? I could. Yeah, this switch is set wrong, so we gotta fix that. I am glad that there's just enough range that if I'm at the front of my train, I can hit those switches. But it's close. Yeah. I do want to see if we can run 1 or 2 track, or 1 track. I don't want to have too many tracks that we need to do this, but I want to run 1 track where you could do it on your own with a smaller load, but it would be a lot more efficient to double head. So somebody would be driving something somewhat standard with a little bit of speed for it, valve. Did I overdo that? Oh, we should be fine. So here, I'll show you what I mean. So like here, no new update, by the way, since the last episode. But these are wagons. So like one person would be driving something like the H2, but there would be another person. I'm not actually quite sure what's got the highest max speed. The H2, KHJ. It would be something with low track. There we go. So somebody would be driving like the H2, and somebody would be driving like the B class. So the B class does all your level ground work, and then the person who's running the H would just be there to help double head it up the steeper sections. But for something like that, we'd have like a solid 6, 7, maybe even 8% grade. But I want that to be on a route that isn't super frequently run. Because the problem is you can't really double head single player. Like you can jump back and forth between engines, but it's difficult. I've tried double heading just to practice it out with the two engines I do have right now, the D1 and the C class parked over there. I managed to run this once and I derailed 3 times. Granted, there's no need to run it with a double head, but I just wanted to test the theory. Another thing, once we get to the machine shop, I want to have a... Why is my train still moving? Give me a second here. I gotta like throw this thing into park. That's the thing with this, the D1. It is super like easy to rip through your brakes. Like I've got next to no throttle going. I need the other way. Okay, are we done? That's loud as heck. Okay. So here, I'm going to open up the map here. So, machine shop, there's one over that way, so across the cactus camp. There's a machine shop up here. So it would have a line that run from the ironworks and from a coal mine or a mine where I can get coal. But then it would have another full-on line that was solely designed for delivering machinery and tools. Because the machinery and machinery especially are the only thing we're ever going to be running on the heavy stake wagons. I forgot to load this with beams. It's just they're not efficient for hauling anything else, really. Like here, one sec, let me take a look. If we're using the heavy stake wagons, it does haul ingots, and it hauls some things like rails and ingots and beams and pipes. So some of those things might be used for these, but when we're running a train of 12 machinery or so, there's no point taking the long way through some stops. But that'll be more of an end game thing where I have some money set aside. I overshot. It is really hard to do this. We tag teamed this and it was super easy. Like there was one person that was loading, offloading, and there was one person that was driving. It was very easy. Hence why we have this. I didn't do this right, oh well. just got to move this back a little bit. Come on. I also got to load beans. Is that close enough? No. There we go. Load those beams. We're down to 71. We did actually oversaturate the quarry. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, forward, please. Hit the brake, throttle down. See, with most of the trains, you can leave it with a little bit of throttle, but with the D1, it's grr. We've got full lumber here too, so I'm gonna have to run some lumber trains. That's another reason I want to get some more things unlocked, because I've got things like lumber that either sit there or they get sold for cheap at the depot. But I can make a decent profit if I take them up to any of the mines, like the coal mine or to the iron mines. Yeah. Where are we running this train? No, we're gonna run it straight. I do think this was here since the last episode, this loop. So this smaller loop is if you're loading, and this bigger loop is for offloading. Because the bigger loop has a wider turn radius, it allows you to pull longer trains. Yep. There we go. Still doing good. I just don't want to risk oversaturating, because we lose money if we do that. Perfect. But yeah. This line is actually a little bit too short for the load train I have, with 2 bulkheads, 2 flat cars, and 2 hoppers. It sticks past just a little bit. So we're gonna have to put a second loading platform in, I think. It'll be like over here. I just hope I have this long enough. One sec. I'm not gonna build it because I can't afford it, obviously, but industry platform. It's a little bit too close, and I don't want it here because I need the extra space. Like, that's the point of it. Yep. I need my train. My train. Perfect. Yep. So, we don't need another full load of beams. I think we might just run down and pick up these guys to load some lumber runs. Because the cordwood's almost empty there, and almost empty there, so yeah. just gotta slow down here. Hit that switch here. Perfect. Now this train should be able to tuck out of the way completely. Brakes. Perfect. We're just gonna reset down to the depot down here. Yeah, I know I cheated a little bit that time. Really? Nope, wrong button. There we go. Track. Re-rail. I just gotta make a run way over here. There we go. And we'll just back this train up and grab those. Really? They didn't lock? Huh. I guess they did, I just didn't hear it. Perfect. And we'll shovel some coal here. Beautiful. Yep. I forgot to switch the track here. Let's see. There we go. Forward, please, and thank you. That switch there needs to be fixed because it clips through. Do we got any? I don't think we have any more floating switches. I'm just trying to see. I think we're good. There are some sections that I'm going to start double or parallel rails. So like bridges, I'm like this giant bridge is not going to get paralleled. I don't have the money for that. But there are some that I want to make. Like this section up here, I might do. But you guys are most definitely fed up with watching me run the same routes over and over and over again. So so close. There we go. Lumber, please. Okay, so we need to figure out where we're going. I really wish you could zoom out more than this. Okay, there's a ranch up there. There's a copper mine, and a copper mine, and a copper works. So that's where there's two things close, and there's a machine shop down there. What's the grade on that? From there. That's 12%. See, that's why I'm talking about double heading, because there's another one. There's another machine shop somewhere up here. There's an oil well. But for that I need pipes. Lumber mill, coal mine, oil well, copper mine, iron mine. Goldsmith is down here. Somehow there's cordwood here. I'm not sure how that happened, but there is some cordwood. There's a tannery up here. Here's an ironworks. And a slaughterhouse. And a gold mine. Where? Let me pull up here a little bit. Fortunately, I can't go around here. I have to go backwards. Slaughterhouse, cactus shop. There we go. There's an iron mine here. That's a copper works. I need an iron works somewhere. One second. So that's where I was looking. Iron mine, copper works, machine shop. Copper mine, copper works. There's a gold mine up in them hills. There's gold in them hills. I was like, how far is that? %16. Like, that hill is just... I'd have to slalom up and down this hill. Ironworks, machine... Oh, wait, ironworks? There we go. That's what we're looking for. Right there. We got an ironworks. We got a machine shop. We got an iron mine. Now, it's not in the right order. Like, it doesn't go iron... It doesn't go mine, works, shop. It goes the wrong order, which is very irritating. Let's see. What can we do about that? Okay, what's our grade between these? If we go from here to here, we're looking at what? Come on. 5%. And that's through a mountain. So if we go around, we might be able to make it work. And what's the grade from the shop all the way across to here? Actually, that's not too bad. It would be a stupidly large trestle bridge, which would actually look cool, but it would cost a fortune. And how much would it cost to get up there? So we would come off this line to the mine. So we would put another switch probably like right there. And if we're running it straight, it's 7%. Okay. Now, I'm going to run a few more loads and I'll see you guys in a few moments. Okie dokie, I got 16 grand now. So we're going to head up to the iron mine and we're going to work our way across. I had a runaway train here, so let me just fix this quickly. Perfect. Of course, I should have realized that I needed ballast. There we go. That's better. Does the ballast go all the way down here? It doesn't. I wish I hadn't seen that, but now I have. So that's unfortunate. Oh well. Actually, I'm going to probably need to delete this again, aren't I? Because this is right where I'm going to... Yeah, I do. Okay. So, delete mode on. Track objects. I need a switch. Specifically this switch. And I go from here to here. Like that. And then I need the industrial track with my thing. And I don't like how that does that. And it does that on that side too. Didn't notice that. This side seems more prominent though. So, planner, industrial track guide. Build mode on. Grade 0, curve 0. Let's see, where are we going to? Actually, planner, industry track. Come on. That curves too much. Okay, one sec, we're not going to do that. There we go. And do that side. Nope, I got to go just past. And we got to go. How far did I go for this one? Just touching. That bothers me so much. There we go. It's not perfect, but it'll work. There we go. That one was clean. Okay, that'll work for now. Track, delete mode. I just deleted something. Not quite sure what it was. But I got all my rail. Alright, I doubled that, that's why. I'm not getting too many graphics issues, so that's good. But that should have weighed 2 grand. Which is brutal. So, if we go here, close that off. It's going to have to be ballast for at least a little bit. Stone embankment, trestle, ballast. Build one on. Now, I'm not going to build this entire stretch one go, but if we go straight, it's 7.5%. What if we go up to the machine shop? It is 8%. 6% to go back there. Okay, well, we're just gonna... I'm going to see if we can kind of curve up this way. See, that's 3. That's a bit of a percent. Okay. So, grade of 2%. That's the steepest I want it to get. And if we go curve of 0, what are you doing? What in the world? Oh, that's why I was using the wrong node. That node there. Wow, you're being weird. Oh, there's why. Grade curve. Perfect. There we go. What if we turn the grade and the curve off and we get it up here? That's 6%. Oh, there's 1, there's 2. So to get up to here, that's 2.1. That's not too bad. And now I can go back to standard straight track. And I'm like, no, 12%. 2, 3. There's 2%. Come on. There we go. We're doing a little bit of notching. And for this, I'm going to need to go stone embankment because it's on the... Why do I keep going right past? There we go, stone embankment. Because it's on this side, I want to go stone embankment. 8%, 4%. Oh, wait, did I get a 2? Like right? 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2. Like right around here, 2%. There might be a few sections where I hit 3%, but I'm going to try and avoid it. Let's see if we can curve of 0 this. We'll go to there. I still need to get way up there. Now if I just go curve 0, I am underground. All the way over here. So we might have to switch this up to 3. Yeah. I don't want to, but I have to. And this is telling me I can't just do a straight shot all the way up. I'm going to have to curve around some places. Curve around this way maybe. So turn the curve off and the grade to 3. One second. If I can hug this edge, because I want to have enough space that I can build a full roundhouse here. So delete mode, delete that. Build mode on. 3%. There we go. 3%, 3%, 3%, 3%. 5%. They wouldn't actually be built in 3% rail that close to that. There we go. Now we're on this here. This is what I want. No, too close. Come on. Give me a 3% clicking. There we go. 3%. And now how steep is it to get up this? It's like 10% to get up this. I really wish they'd add a rack and pinion train, and I know that's not reasonable for this era, but it would be so nice for some of these stupidly steep grades. 13% to get up there. See, that's 13% all the way. But here I found a flat spot. Can I find a spot where this brings me down to 3? Well, now we're by the cactus camp. 5, 4. Oop. 4. There we go. Now I need to leave myself enough space to turn around. And this is automatically going to force the 3% grade, I'll remind y'all. Now I want a curve of 200 because I want to be able to carry some speed. Which is not looking likely. How far does this go? It doesn't go too far. Let's see if I can pull a 175. That looks more reasonable, so it might be 160. Yep. Then it's just within the boundaries of this mountain face. Do. Curve off. Come on. Still 5% to get up there. 4% there, which isn't too bad. What about down here? 5%, 4%, 3% over this way. I don't want a tunnel. I don't want a tunnel. Tunnels are so expensive. Okay, one second. If we open up the map from where we are, what is our change in elevation still? It is 2% if I build it all the way up. Okay, so what's the track going to do? If I'm just connecting there, it's going to go tunnel, tunnel, tunnel. Okay. So we have a few spots where we can go shallower than 3%, and we can go deeper. Come on, 4%. Oh, there we go. We got a spot here that might work. 4, 3. And if we can go right up this trench, which is not looking like it. What if we go from like there to there? What is that? That's 10%, so no. We've already used, so what's 6, 7, 8 grand. And I know I'm using stone embankment, so it's more expensive. But for some of these places, it just makes more sense. I can go into this cavity here. And I'm actually almost at the iron mine. Is there seriously nowhere with 3%? Come on. 6, 7, 6, 7, 4. So going back this way is 2 and a bit percent. Negative 13, that's nice. Negative 3, I want positive 3. 9, 8, 7, 10. Going up. Going up still. There might be a tunnel here. I just hope I can afford it. Or I could just like boost myself at 14% to make this hill, but I can't afford that. And if I were to go here, it's 2.5%. So let's just switch this to, no, we'll leave it at 3. Because then coming out of the tunnel over here, I'm just trying to see where my tunnel would be the shortest. At 3%. That's 0.7, so I can come back a bunch, as opposed to over here where it gets steeper. So 3. Oh, I can afford that. That's amazing. And it's actually not that bad. Like, it cuts through, but it's not that steep of a tunnel. And if I'm going from here to here, it's only 1.2. So we'll change this to, we'll just hit 0 for now. Turn that off. I want a planner. I want a parallel industry track guide. There we go. Track. So machine shop is here. So what all do we need to deliver here? We need lumber and beams. And then we can use rails, tools, and kerosene. And rails come from the ironworks, actually, which isn't too bad. And tools will come from here. And kerosene. But I don't think I have actually enough money to afford this. So, there's some progress for us, though. Come on. Build mode on. Let's see what we can do. We connect right into there as 1.2. I don't want to connect right in. I want to have a... we're going to go here for standard straight track. Grade of 0 on. Please and thank you. Curve of 0 on. Please and thank you. Perfect. And another section here. Do we do that, or do we leave myself in a space? We'll run this straight here. And then we're going to switch to ballast. Actually, no, we're not going to switch to ballast. We're going to switch to stone. Straight stone embankment. There we go. And then we're going to track objects. A 125. I'm going to switch this around perfectly like so. Track build mode on. Go from here to there. And then stone embankment build mode on. And eventually this will get changed around, so there's a turnaround back here. Minus 2%, and I can't afford it. So, that's that. It's got a little bit of a windiness to it, so let's go here quickly. Reset my character. Just to get me down to the freight depot so I don't run. I'll be right back in a moment. Okie dokie. We're here at the top of the hill. I brought a train up with me this time, so I don't have to run up. But, open up the build mode here. Stone embankment, la-di-da. Run that from there to there. That ain't stone embankment. Let's try that again. Stone embankment from here all the way to there. How much are you going to cost me? Yeesh, $2 grand almost. There were 2 or 3 trees in the way that I had to cut down to get up here. But otherwise I didn't really go higher than the settings you see here. So that's that. Oh well. So, beams and lumber are mandatory. Everything else is optional. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a loop on this side and a straight through on this side, and they'll connect up. So we'll see how much of this I can actually afford. Straight track, grade on, curve on. So I want to go to like here. And track objects. There, and then we go from there to there. Re-rail you, just stick it there, and there, and there. Yep, that's the wrong way. Hold on a sec here. Perfect. So that leaves you with a shorter lane going this way. But this way you can kind of, somebody can come in and somebody can go out, and it gives us some space to work with. And then, really, one sec, I need to see where I'm going to be going for track build mode on. If I'm going up there to there, it is steep as hell. So what I might do is I might try and swing it in through this valley opening here. Grade of 0, does that work for me? Yeah. And a curve of 200. Turn that all wrong way. Negative 200. Where does that bring me? That brings me out over there. Grrr. Okay, what about negative 100? Yeah, that brings me out here, but I don't like that very much, but well. Standard straight track will be fine, will be fine, will be fine, will be fine. Will still be fine. I don't want to choose curve, I want to choose it manually. Actually, I'm going to set it so I can track objects 80 foot. Because then that goes up that way, and this will spin around. Close that track, delete mode on. Because I need this, and I need a track object, and I need a switch. Delete mode on. Where did that switch go? And I know it built a switch somewhere. I'm short the money for it. Maybe it didn't build it because I was short the money. Track objects. Switch. $100. Yeah, I'm short the money for it. Nah. That's annoying. Okay, 1 second. Delete that there. Track objects. Put the 80 there. Track build on. From there to there. Please say I can. I have $52. Come on, that should be more than enough for that section. Okay. Yeah, that was more than enough. Okay, now we've got that, and eventually I can work on doing the rest. But we finally, after 18 episodes, connected to the iron mine. And next episode we will hopefully get to the machine shop and then over to the ironworks. But we'll see. I'm definitely going to run some loads of lumber and beams up here to make that money. But I will see you then. I hope you all have a great week, and I hope you all stay safe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.